Hello, my young friends. It's me from Learn English with Myths. Today we're soaring through the skies with the tale of Nüwa and the mending of the sky. This story is not just about a great flood, it's about hope. So let's dive in. In the very beginning, our world was a bit like a baby, helpless and without form. Then came Nüwa, a powerful mother goddess. She was known throughout the land as the one who had boundless kindness and goodwill towards all living things. Nüwa wanted to create life, so she formed humans out of clay. She blew life into them and they awoke. Because of her deep care for her creations, she became the most loved and revered being in the world. Humans lived happy lives. They farmed, raised families, and sang songs to praise their benevolent creator. Everything was peaceful until one day when a huge battle erupted between the gods, the fire god Zhurong and the water god Gong. Their fight was disastrously destructive. They hurled lightning bolts and unleashed floods, causing widespread devastation. Enraged, Gong smashed his head against Mount Biju, a pillar supporting the sky. The impact shook the heavens and the earth. The sky cracked and collapsed. The world plunged into violent disorder and was torn apart by floods and fire. Fearsome monsters escaped from the underworld and began roaming freely, destroying everything in sight. Humanity cowered in fear. What could they do against these ferocious monsters? Who could save them from this watery, fiery grave? When Nüwa heard of the destruction she had created, she was deeply troubled. She knew she had to fix the sky and restore balance to the world, but repairing a hole in the sky was no easy task. Filled with a sense of responsibility and fueled by her devotion to the humans she had created, she started on her arduous task. First, she traveled to find materials to mend the sky. She searched far and wide and finally found 5 colored stones that glowed with divine energy. These stones were no ordinary rocks. Each held a different kind of magic. The yellow stone represented the earth. The blue one symbolized water. The red stone radiated warmth like fire. The green one was as refreshing as wood. And the white stone was pure and flawless like metal. With these magical stones in hand, Nüwa returned home. There she built a blazing forge, gathered up the celestial river and melted the stones in it. The intense heat of the forge made the stones glow brightly, turning them into a luminous paste. Using a giant net, she scooped up the mixture and threw it up to the sky. The paste spread and hardened, patching the holes and sealing the cracks. One by one, she completed the repair, restoring order to the cosmos. But there was still one challenge left, replacing the broken pillar that held up the sky. Once again, Nüwa went in search of a solution. She came across a giant tortoise, which she killed and used its 4 legs to prop up the heavens. Now the sky was whole once more. The rivers flowed, the sun shone, the moon circled the earth, and the seasons turned as before. People emerged from their hiding places to see if the monsters had gone. To their joy, Nüwa had also subdued them during the restoration, ensuring their safety. Nüwa had saved the world, but her own strength was ebbing away. As a last resort, she poured the remaining divine energy she had into the earth, giving up her immortality for the sake of humanity. Though she became weak and tired, she had secured the earth's survival. The repaired sky wasn't as stable as before. It tilted slightly to the northwest, and water flowed from the higher ground in the east, eventually forming rivers. Nüwa knew that even in her weakened state, she had accomplished everything she had set out to do. Looking down at the rivers flowing toward the ocean, she smiled. Her legacy would forever be a part of the world she had created. The myth tells us that compassion and duty can move mountains, even when the world seems to be falling apart. Through her wisdom and effort, harmony returned. Thanks to her, humanity got a second chance. So let's all be like Nüwa, brave enough to face our problems and clever enough to solve them. Alright, my friends, it's time for our big finale. Remember all those new English words we learned today? It's time to put them to use. Let's fill in the blanks together. Write one word from the story in each blank. Here we go. When the sky fell into Nüwa felt a sense of. She knew she had to fix it. She gathered materials and set to work with great. Using magic stones and a celestial, she patched the holes and calmed the chaos. She even managed to defeat the scary monsters that threatened the humans. Her act of mending the sky was a great. The world was saved and the people rejoiced. Although Nüwa became tired and weak, she had done her duty. That's a beautiful story with a powerful message, isn't it? Well, that's our episode for today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share in the comments. Your support means everything to us. Until next time, keep learning and exploring. It's so much fun. Bye.